Great.
This video was recorded in April 2008 by the animal training community. In April of 2008, the animal training community was shocked by devastating news. Stephen Miller, a highly respected Hollywood bear trainer known for his expertise and passion, encountered a tragic fate while preparing for an upcoming film shoot. Stephen, along with his cousin Randy, operated Predators in Action, a renowned animal training facility nestled near San Diego, California. For over 25 years, they had honed their craft, specializing in training exotic animals for the silver screen. Their facility was a haven for filmmakers seeking to feature captivating wildlife in their movies. From majestic tigers to fierce lions and graceful leopards, the Millers had a reputation for delivering awe-inspiring performances. However, it was their work with grizzly bears that truly set them apart. Among their stars was Rocky, a magnificent grizzly bear who had been raised by Stephen since he was just a cub. Under Stephen's care, Rocky blossomed into a gentle giant, beloved by all who knew him. His appearances in films, including a memorable role in a parody alongside Randy, solidified his status as a Hollywood icon. Despite the inherent risks, Stephen's bond with Rocky was unbreakable. They shared a special connection built on trust and mutual respect. Stephen believed in Rocky's abilities and trusted him implicitly, even when others expressed caution. Tragically, during a routine promotional shoot, tragedy struck. In a shocking turn of events, Rocky unexpectedly turned on Stephen, resulting in a fatal attack. The news sent shockwaves through the industry, leaving colleagues and admirers reeling from the loss of such a talented and beloved figure. In the aftermath of the incident, questions arose about Rocky's future. Some advocated for euthanasia, citing concerns about public safety. However, others argued passionately for Rocky's freedom, insisting that he was simply acting on instinct and should not be punished for being a bear. Ultimately, Rocky's life was spared, but he was subjected to strict regulations that effectively ended his career in film. Despite the heartbreaking outcome, Randy Miller remained determined to honor his cousin's legacy. He vowed to continue fighting for Rocky's rights and to ensure that his beloved bear could live out his days in peace and dignity. The tragic events served as a sobering reminder of the risks inherent in working with wild animals and the complexities of balancing entertainment with animal welfare. Yet, amidst the sorrow, there remained hope for a brighter future where humans and animals could coexist with mutual understanding and respect. Once upon a time, there was a family living in Oxford, Florida. One unfortunate morning, something terrible happened. A massive Burmese python, measuring about 12 feet long, managed to escape from its cage. Tragically, it found its way into the crib of a 2-year-old girl named Cheyenne. The python, named Gypsy, ended up strangling Cheyenne to death. The python belonged to the girl's mother, Jaren, who had bought it several years earlier at a flea market. Although the snake was technically Jaren's, her boyfriend, Jason, took care of it. This wasn't the first time Gypsy had escaped. She had a history of getting out of her cage. Despite concerns from Jaren's mother about the safety of having such a large snake around, no action was taken. Tragically, this lax approach led to Cheyenne's death. When Jason discovered what had happened, he tried to intervene, but it was too late. The authorities were called, and a heartbreaking scene unfolded. Investigations revealed that not only was the snake severely underfed, but the household also had other issues. Reports had been made to the Department of Children and Families about drug use in the home. Despite these concerns, little was done to address the situation. Jaron and Jason found themselves in court, facing charges related to their daughter's death. They defended themselves, arguing that Gypsy had always been a gentle snake and that they never intended harm. However, the court found them guilty of third-degree murder and sentenced them to prison. Throughout the trial, emotions ran high, with Cheyenne's biological father expressing his dismay at the lack of remorse from Jaron. He eventually sued the Department of Children and Families, seeking justice for his daughter. Despite the tragedy, there was a small glimmer of hope. Gypsy, the python, survived and was taken into the care of wildlife authorities. She found a new purpose in life, being used for training by the US Armed Forces. In the end, this heartbreaking story serves as a reminder of the importance of responsibility and ensuring the safety of our loved ones, both human and animal alike. In 2011, a farmer named Marius Els faced a tragic fate at the hands of his own pet hippo. This incident not only brought immense sorrow to those who knew him, but also raised questions about the dangers of keeping wild animals as pets. Humphrey the hippo was more than just a companion to Marius. He was practically family. Marius had rescued Humphrey as a baby during a severe flood, and since then, the two had formed a bond. Humphrey lived on Marius's 400-acre farm alongside other exotic animals, including a giraffe and a rhino. To make Humphrey feel at home, Marius provided him with a sprawling lake. However, as Humphrey grew into a fully grown hippo, his wild nature began to emerge. He attacked Marius's nephew and even caused havoc on neighboring farms, resulting in the loss of livestock. Despite their seemingly gentle appearance, hippos are one of the most dangerous animals on the planet. They are responsible for more human deaths than lions or crocodiles each year. Their territorial nature and powerful jaws make them a formidable threat to anyone who crosses their path. Marius's relationship with Humphrey was a source of both fascination and fear for those around him. While Marius saw their bond as special, his wife and friends grew increasingly worried about the danger Humphrey posed. Despite numerous incidents, Marius refused to part with Humphrey, convinced that their bond was unbreakable. However, tragedy struck one day during a feeding session when Humphrey attacked Marius, leaving him fatally wounded. The devastating event served as a grim reminder of the dangers of keeping wild animals as pets. It left Marius's loved ones grieving and raised awareness about the risks associated with human-animal relationships gone awry. On a day etched in memory, a long-time friendship turned into a nightmare. Sandra, having known her friend for nearly 3 decades, couldn't have anticipated the horror awaiting her on February 16, 2009. What began as an ordinary visit ended in unimaginable violence and tragedy. The perpetrator? Travis, a chimpanzee once known for his remarkable abilities and affectionate demeanor. In a cruel twist of fate, Travis' attack on Sandra that left her clinging to life, her face disfigured, her hands mutilated, and her very existence hanging by a thread. The story of Travis is a chilling reminder of the complexities and dangers associated with keeping wild animals as pets. Raised from infancy by Sandra and her husband, Travis lived a life far removed from his natural habitat. With intensive training and human interaction, he displayed intelligence and skills far beyond those of his peers. Travis's remarkable abilities ranged from mundane tasks like opening doors and dressing himself to more extraordinary feats like driving cars and watching television. Despite his seemingly integrated life within human society, Travis remained a wild animal at heart, prone to unpredictable outbursts. One such incident occurred in 2003, when Travis chased a car after being provoked by a thrown object, causing chaos in a busy intersection. This event led to legislative action, highlighting the inherent risks of keeping large primates as pets. Tragedy struck again in 2009 when Travis, now under Sandra's sole care, suddenly turned violent towards her friend Charla. Despite Sandra's desperate attempts to intervene, Travis inflicted devastating injuries on Charla, leaving her in a state of unimaginable suffering. The ensuing chaos drew the attention of law enforcement, culminating in Travis's fatal encounter with police. But the scars he left behind on Charla's body and psyche would endure long after his death. Charla's survival, though miraculous, came at a great cost. Her injuries were catastrophic, robbing her of her sight, her hands, and irreversibly altering her appearance. Yet, her resilience and courage in the face of such adversity serve as a testament to the human spirit's capacity for survival and hope. After everything settled down and we learned the truth, we still wondered why Travis did something so terrible. It turned out he had tranquilizers in his system, which might explain why he acted violently. Maybe he didn't understand what was happening because of the drugs. Travis's story teaches us a lesson. We shouldn't treat wild animals like they're just regular pets. Even if we mean well, they still have instincts that can cause problems. Travis's memory reminds us of the dangers of not being careful around animals. It's a sad reminder of how things can go wrong when we don't respect the differences between humans and animals. If you like this video and want to see more tragic incidents like this, make sure to subscribe to our channel Tales of Tragedy and watch our other videos as well.